Hi, I'm Ali. I was the sound designer on the Bradwell Conspiracy. Seeing as the game came out a few weeks back, I wanted to take a moment just to play through a little bit, do a little bit of develop commentary from the sound design perspective. So I'm just going to jump right into a new game. I'm going to try not to talk over the voiceover and stuff too much. I'll just sort of wait for some points to...
This is the Bradwell Smart Glass Emergency Protocol. Do not take off the smart glasses. Scanning for internal injuries. Please remain as still as possible. No internal bleeding detected. No fractures detected. No open wounds detected. Larynx damage from smoke inhalation detected. Speech will not be possible. Please do not attempt to speak. Movement assessment protocol activated. Please move forward to get up. Thank you. Please look around. Thank you. Please move to the designated point.
So we find ourselves in the Stonehenge Museum in the year 2025. So slightly futuristic. There has been a bad thing happened, and the museum is not doing too good. Now, the clear directive I was given was that we wanted this level to have quite a lot of pace to it, like the player was to feel uncomfortable in here. So that's a really great directive to get as a sound designer. Obviously we're in the tutorial bit right now, but then there's quite a lot of kind of cutscenes, not cutscenes but triggered events that, you know, were kind of clear what they were going to be, but I guess those in between spaces it was pretty open with sound and music to try and push the pace forwards.
Thank you. Please move quickly to the designated point. Thank you. Please crouch down and move to the designated point. Thank you, and apologies for any loss of dignity. Movement assessment complete. Probability of survival high. Please proceed immediately to the main entrance.
So with that goal in mind, I thought the ambience was a pretty important part of that task. So there are quite a few parts to the ambience. One of the main ones is actually a musical one. So sort of broke the rule right at the start to like not really try and include music. We can hear we have that little pad. It's very chill. And you can hear there's some boom, you know, these high pitch. That's it. So one of the things that Austin gave me, we kind of shared a bunch of pieces between each other to build up either music or sound design. One of the pieces he gave me were these. So this is it pretty clear. Just some weird percussion. So what I ended up doing was reverbing the tail off of it, and
Due to the emergency, the museum is now closed. Thank you for coming. Please proceed to the museum's main entrance immediately.
thank you, Abu. So in a couple of specific spots you hear it dry, and this is a quick one. This was Austin's call. Kind of around this area you can hear the music. As soon as you walk out of this bubble, it's gone and it won't come back. We're done.
Main entrance locked down. We apologize for any inconvenience. Attempting to establish network communication with emergency services. Connection failed. Broadcasting emergency distress signal on alternative channels. Please proceed to emergency exit 2 in the north wing stairwell.
So, just back to the ambience. You can hear now that percussion. We also have some low pads, that sort of rumbling, that vibrating one. That comes from a key feature which is down the line, which I kind of was very subtly hinting at. Like, I don't think it's a very good job of kind of foreshadowing. But that was the concept. So we're going to move through another bit of a sequence here, bunch more VO, a couple of pretty heavy sequences. So we'll go through those, and then I might try and explain how the ambience is moved forward at that time. Oh, sorry, I'm in the debug mode. So a path has been opened. So here we see Stonehenge. I always loved this space. It's really good. So after that shake, a change is observable. That low tone that was rumbling before has come up in pitch. So it's now... I don't want to talk about it too much. You can hear the percussion. No. There's some light smoke. Another big sequence here. So that was a lot of fun to make. There's things I'd improve about it. It's a few years old now, but I think it gets the message across. Just also as a little tiny note before I want to go back to the ambience, because we're sort of getting to the point here. I just loved this. Just popping a little bit of dust falling on this corner here when you walk past. Really makes it feel like an unsteady bridge to me. It's such a small thing, but I found that a lot of fun. So you can hear we had another percussion moment where it becomes dry. And now these bells have resolved. So the bells are these chandelier bulbs. So this is another sound I really enjoyed making. I really am happy with it. The shaking of the building has set the chandelier awry, and these big thick cables that hold these glass balls are banging into each other. They don't really intersect that much, but you know, we don't need to point that out, because I just felt like it's a nice space to make noise and a nice little break. Like, it's been pretty. It's hard to, from watching people play, it was quite this whole start's pretty full on. It's quite intense. It's really pushing you to the next bit. So I wanted to have a moment of calm. So now that you know that layer, kind of hear it mix in. So yeah, this was those animators. They'll always add stuff. I was getting to so many rumbles by this point, trying to make more and more rumbles for everything. Every time something fell over or moved. Let's see if we can go down these stairs. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. One of the things that I really had to develop a palette for was concrete breaking and cracking. And I remember reading in a book about a destruction, and it was the machine gun reports of beams cracking. So I used gunshots. I used a lot of gunshots. Whenever there was things, it's pop, 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 pop. It's like this kind of popping as things crack and break. And then, because you had this just, you know, everything just fell into this huge stairwell, I thought these could be more a wobble now. So the pace of this picks up. So this is a dynamic instrument, there's a bunch of different elements here. Can run for a nice little while if you were to stand here. Probably people won't, but I mean, how else was I going to make this sound, you know? So now we get to the lower level. And destruction coming. So I basically had a bunch of different, what I called out of sight events. One of them was a helicopter. I kind of liked the idea that, you know, because you sort of just missed the rescue attempts. But I felt like this would still be on the news, you know? So there'd probably still be a helicopter flying around on top. Now we're adding in some more kind of traditional sound design, like some big bowed metal, you know, groans of the building kind of having a bad time. You can hear those percussion elements pretty strong. They are actually in space as well, so there's sort of several different percussive emitters around the area, so it's not just a 2D environment. As you spin, they will maintain their position. It's I think it's I'm happy with it. I think it's an effective result for this. It's a lot of layers, it's a lot of sounds, it's probably not very optimized, but you know, we had the resource, we had the time. So we have our main character, Amber, banging on this door over here. She's going to take us, well, attempt to take us to safety. I think I'll leave that for the professional streamers to take you through. There's some really good playthroughs of this game. Really enjoyed playing it. It was a lot of fun to see people experience it after such a long development, particularly with a narrative game. You can perhaps lose some perspective on what the kind of the awareness of the story progression would mean like to people who didn't know what was coming next. So it's a really enjoyable experience. Nice to market. Congratulations to the whole team. It really was a massive effort. So thanks. This has been a quick show of some of the sound behind the Bradwell conspiracy. So I hope you'll check it out. Thank you very much.